A bold move by Michael Jordan and Caitlin Clark is sending shockwaves through the sports world. Sophie Cunningham was stunned after being handed a $27 million Nike contract. You know something big is happening when the greatest basketball player of all time teams up with the biggest star in women's basketball to change someone's life. WNBA veteran Sophie Cunningham, known for her grit and relentless energy, was called into a meeting. She expected a normal discussion about plays, strategy, or preparation for the upcoming season. But then Michael Jordan walked in. Yes, that Michael Jordan. And right behind him was Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation who has been shaking up the entire sports landscape. Sophie's reaction to the news was unforgettable. Nike offered her $27 million. That's more than most WNBA players earn throughout their whole careers. We're talking about generational wealth, the kind that changes your life and secures the future of your family for decades. But this story isn't just about one player finally getting paid. It's about women's basketball finally receiving the investment and respect it deserves. And it happened because of Michael Jordan, the man who built Nike's basketball empire. For years, WNBA players have been treated unfairly when it comes to endorsements. Most are lucky to land a few $1,000s a year, while NBA stars sign deals worth hundreds of millions. Watching talented women work just as hard as their male counterparts, yet be paid so little, has been frustrating. Sophie Cunningham knows this struggle well. She was drafted by the Phoenix Mercury in the 2019 NBA draft and has fought for every opportunity since then. Now at last, the gap is beginning to close, and her moment has. Sophie Cunningham has established herself as a reliable three-point shooter who brings energy and intensity every night. Last season, she averaged 8.2 points per game and hit 37.8% from beyond the arc. Solid stats for any player. Yet strong basketball skills alone didn't always translate into big endorsement deals. Sophie had a few local sponsors and maybe a small partnership with a niche sports brand, but nothing life-changing. Then Caitlin Clark entered the scene and shifted everything. Clark didn't just join the WNBA, she announced that women's basketball was ready for the spotlight and forced everyone to take notice. Her incredible play started attracting new fans, including people who had never followed women's basketball before. Nike quickly realized they had been overlooking a massive opportunity. Clark was packing arenas, creating viral social media moments, and driving TV ratings that rivaled men's games. She reportedly signed a deal with Nike that even includes her own signature shoe line, a rare achievement for women in basketball. Michael Jordan played a role here as well. MJ isn't just a retired player protecting his fortune. He maintains strong ties to both the Jordan and Nike brands. He had been closely following the rise of women's basketball and saw an opening to make an impact. The man who revolutionized athlete endorsements recognized that women's sports were gaining momentum and wanted in. Jordan and Clark began strategizing on how to elevate the game even further. They realized that paying one star wasn't enough. The sport needed growth as a whole. That's when Sophie Cunningham's name came up. Even on different teams, Sophie and Caitlin had developed a strong bond. Jordan and Clark then approached Nike with a proposal. They wanted Sophie to be part of Nike's $27 million deal for Sophie Cunningham marks a groundbreaking moment for female basketball endorsers. It's a huge step that will attract media attention and show other companies the value of investing in WNBA talent. Negotiating this must have been fascinating. Paying such a sum for a role player is unprecedented, but Jordan's support gave it weight, and Clark's fame added credibility. Essentially, this was my colleague's point. These players deserve recognition and fair compensation. Reports say there was an emotional meeting when they told Sophie, and at first, she couldn't believe it. Beyond money, the deal includes marketing campaigns, signature apparel, and opportunities to grow her brand globally. Sophie Cunningham is on the path to becoming a household name. Nike is signaling to other businesses that investing in her is worth a major contract. You don't have to be the biggest star. Veterans and role players who make teams work are valuable too. This could open doors for many underappreciated athletes. Consider what $27 million means for Sophie. The WNBA maximum salary is around $200,000 per year. Even over 10 years at that rate, she wouldn't come close to this deal. This money secures her future and benefits her family for generations. Reports suggest other companies are now reconsidering the potential of WNBA players. If Nike is willing to invest $27 million in Sophie Cunningham, what might Adidas, Under Armour, or New Balance offer for other players? Suddenly, the endorsement market is wide open. Having a player with a deal of this size is a game changer for the Indiana Fever. It raises the team's profile and credibility. Free agents may be more tempted to join a team where players secure major sponsorships. The global impact is equally compelling. Since Nike is a worldwide brand, this deal likely opens doors for international marketing campaigns. Sophie could become a face of women's basketball, both in the US and abroad. This kind of exposure could grow the sport globally and attract fans in regions where